Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday here on the Brownwood Lions Coach Show on KOXC. I'm Derek Stuckley along with Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett, who has been on the road today. Coach, why don't you tell everybody about your day so far?
Great company. 6-hour trip with Dr. Young, a lot of conversation, some laughing. He's a funny man. Most people don't know that, but he's pretty comical. So we had a good time on the trip. About what we expected at the meeting. You know, if you go to West Texas, they're primal out there. Show up, set time, go over the district plan that we've already approved and got our season passes and turn around and drove home. I was like, that we're trying to figure out, because we both have done it so many times that we know what the protocol is on those meetings, and we're sitting there going, what else can there be to do? So instead of Zoom, we talked about how they don't like the UIL portal and they like to do things with paper. So we listened to that for a little bit and got us a drink and came on home.
Well, that's a nice way to spend the day.
Very
So
productive.
nothing big newsworthy come out of the meeting?
No, you know, we just talked about it, make sure we got the tiebreaker right. Ticket sales, here's your passes. We'll send you stadium information when you play us on how where the band parks and all that stuff. And hey, we're still trading film and
So what is the tiebreaker? You're going to do points there?
yeah, 15 plus or minus 15. You know, head to head, of course. Three-way tie, you try to break with head to head. Of course, your three-way tie, you probably can't. You go to a point system, and once that next seed is determined by points, then you'll go back to head to head for the remaining
Right.
two if there's still a tie. It's that
Okay.
kind of stuff. Which was the most important thing about the meeting for me, was make sure that was right.
Good to know in 2 or 3 months.
Yeah,
Maybe not today.
plus or
but
minus
it's-
15.
All right, that's good. Okay, so football practice is rolling right along. How are things going on that front?
Man, I thought we had really productive practice so far this week. We've had to practice in the evening the last couple of days. Today we practiced in the morning, and our kids' attitude is really strong. I really was excited about the way our kids practiced yesterday. Showing some great leadership from all of our kids. They're doing it with passion. They're taking it personal. They have pride in their position and their unit that they're on, whether it's offense or defense. And I'm liking what I see, so hopefully that'll equate to, being more successful. But we'll find that out on Friday when Decatur comes to town.
Okay. And that is the first scrimmage this Friday. And since we've last talked to y'all, there's been a change in the time in the scrimmage. I want to remind everybody about that.
Sure, we got together with Coach Huff at Decatur and went over our plan, sort of told them what to expect. We talked about the format of the scrimmage, and then talked about sort of what we would do. Would be a 3-3 stack on defense, run cover 3. Offensively, we're going to be a spread team. We'll be 2x2, 2x1, and then 3x1. This shared that common information. Just not really want to know what you do, just what you're going to do. Are you going to motion? Or are you going to stunt? Just so you have an idea, because you don't watch film on them. So we went through that, and then he asked if we could move the games up an hour because of their travel time to 5 o'clock for. Actually, the scrimmage starts at 5, and that will be the JV and freshmen at the same time. They'll go on the opposite ends. One will go on the north end. So if Brownwood's defense is going with the JV at the same time, Brownwood offense will be going with the freshmen on the opposite end. And they will run so many plays and switch and do twos, and just sort of like the maroon and white scrimmage. And then once they go through their series of plays and they're done, and we'll give them a go, and the varsity will get ready to go, and we'll do the same thing. We'll use the whole field, of course, and start at the 30-yard line. If you get first downs, you keep moving the chains. It's not 4-down territory unless you get inside the 20, and then it's continuation of down. You got to get a stop or let them score. And we'll do that for, I think we'll go 12 plays with the ones, 10 with the twos, 10 with the ones again, 8 with the twos, something like that. And I don't have the number off the top of my head, but I think that's what it is. And just sort of have a good controlled scrimmage with another opponent, which we need. Also, Decatur's coming in from Region 1 that's been really successful the last several years. And it's a great measuring stick to see where we are right now and what we need to do, if we're on track or if we're a little ahead of schedule or if we're behind schedule, to figure out what we need to do. More chance to see people on film to evaluate them, to make sure we have the right kids at the right spot at the right time when we kick it off against Wiley.
Right. So no live quarters for this one?
No live quarters for this one. And of course, when we go to Lampasas next Thursday, I'm sure we'll have a live half, something like that. That's always sort of how it works at second scrimmage. I haven't reached out to them yet for that. I'm just concerned with this one, but by Saturday or Monday, I will have reached Friday. I'll have reached out to their coach and try to see if we can get that format set.
Okay, as far as the scrimmage goes, what do you want to see from your offense? What do you want to see from your defense?
Offensively, I want to see, them be physical up front, no busted assignments, see what they're doing, know your rules, execute your rules, stay on your blocks, running backs protecting the football, quarterbacks working the pocket, understand the offense, making sure we're communicating all the way across the field with our receivers so everybody's on the same page, and just going out there and executing plays. If you got an opportunity to catch the ball, catch it. Let's don't drop it. We don't need to put the ball on the ground. Quarterback needs to protect his throws, and like I said, they need to make sure they work the pocket, stay calm, and just continue to work on the things that we've been working on all week so that they'll show up in the scrimmage that we didn't see in the last scrimmage. Defensively, know how to line up. They're going to motion out of the backfield, pre-motion. They'll motion across the set from spread to trips or trips to spread, and they'll early motion with the back. They'll be in two back and early motion, that kind of stuff. So just be solid on your keys, have strong eyes, be disciplined on what you've been taught to read, see what's going on, and play fast. They're going to go fast. They're an RPO team, and they like to go very, very up tempo. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to wear us out and just go fast. So we got to be calm. We got to match their speed and go out there and arrive to the ball. And when they arrive, I want them to be violent.
There any positions in particular you're looking at more than others?
Well, still looking, I think, at some safety positions, just sort of making sure we got the right kids in there doing that. I think we're good at the corner spot. Really want to see some support in depth when those twos go to make sure the kids know what they're doing. An example, Hayden knows a guy that can play offense, he can play defense and special teams, and he's really, he's catching our eye and some things. I want to see how he goes against a Decatur team. We have some guys out there now. Are they going to, it's just always an evaluation. See if someone rises up and passes someone else. Defensively, I want to see how the line does, how they're able to control what they're doing, and then see those fits from those linebackers. I think they're a team that likes to go horizontal, try to get the edge, see if we can fly the ball, and, 5 or 6 guys making tackles, not 1 or 2. So that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. All right, let's shift gears a little bit. Volleyball had their first 2 matches yesterday. What'd you hear from Coach Smith?
Yeah, Warren Jim, I thought the girls played well. They kicked it off against what I thought was a really strong Wall team. I mean, they had a lot of height. That looks like they had a lot of experience. Our girls were competitive in those games but came up unsuccessful. As I'm looking across the board, I'm seeing a lot of faces that I didn't see on the varsity last year, so I know that they're young and probably inexperienced at the level they're playing. Watched as much of the Llano match as I could. Our girls were victorious in that, defeating Llano in 3 sets. A couple of those games were close, but they found a way to win those games, which is important. And, start seeing them come together and sort of finding themselves and learning each other and how that person plays and what to expect from the girls beside us. But all in all, I saw great excitement from them. They were encouraging. They were enthusiastic about what they wanted to do. And, they got some young players that I think are going to rise up. So, we have a couple of taller girls, and I think they'll rise up once they get comfortable with the level that they're playing at. I think they'll have a lot of success.
I think tennis kicked off their season today.
Today, I haven't heard anything from Coach Blazik yet. They went to Abilene, and they played Big Spring at Rose Park. So I saw her this morning as they were departing, and she is excited as she is her bubbly self. But I haven't heard anything back from that. But they're also leaving tomorrow to go to Mason to play Fredericksburg. So they're getting them a couple of days' work in. And then volleyball on Friday will be in the Wembley tournament. And thanks to Stuckley, I got the times and the teams. At 9 o'clock, they'll play Needville. At, I think, 10 o'clock, they're going to play, is that 10 o'clock?
10:30.
10:30, they're going to play Davenport, and then at 1 o'clock, they play San Antonio Keystone. Is that right? I write down notes.
That's what the schedule says.
Yeah, well, that's an
I've
idea.
never heard of them. But.
That's an idea, but that sometimes in tournaments, those times get off real simple because the game lasts a little longer. They're quicker, and they try to keep it going. And then, of course, Friday evening, again at 5 o'clock is when we'll kick it off instead of 6. 5 o'clock with our freshmen in JV at Gordon Stadium against Decatur, and our varsity will kick off about 6 o'clock.
Next Monday, you've got something going on at the stadium.
Yep, that'll be Meet the Lions. That'll start at 6:30. We're going to have an opportunity to meet the coaching staffs and their families, have an opportunity to meet our cheer team, see them perform, drill team. I think bands playing, volleyball, cross country, and then, of course, the football teams will all be introduced at Gordon Stadium at 6:30 on Monday night. That's the 15th of August. at Gordonwood Stadium. So that's going to be a neat deal. And the band will have the concession stand open so that you can get refreshments and just enjoy the atmosphere and see all of our kids that are involved in all the things that we have going on. I didn't miss the sport, did I? Volleyball, cross country, cheer, band, drill team. Tennis, yes, thank you. Tennis. We just talked about them. How could you forget them, Stuckley?
You know, I'm old.
I guess so. But no, it's going to be a neat time, and we put it on a different day. We did attach it to the scrimmage before, but it sort of limits us in time. And when the scrimmage gets moved up and you can't get people off work and all that to get there, we just didn't think it was given the due credit it deserves. So we moved that thing to another date that we could take the time and really introduce our kids and let them be seen and noticed and recognized and appreciated. And we moved that to that Monday.
Okay. Season ticket sales, are they still going on?
Still get season tickets, at least Hostels office, same times. It'll be 8 to 12:30, 1 to 4:30. You can still go out and get your season tickets, and then when game time comes, if you just want to be general admission, you can come get those throughout the week of those games.
Okay. Anything else going on?
I do want to give a plug. I might as well start now, but what's different to our district that we haven't experienced before, and I've been doing it, this is my 30th year, and I haven't done it before, and talking to Dr. Young, and he's never seen it before. But as we go to our road games in district, and I know it's only a couple of games, we'll go to Andrews and we'll go to San Angelo. If you'll buy those tickets from us, and we'll give you that information, if you purchase those tickets from us before the game, before you leave Brown County, we get all the proceeds, 100%. If you go to the gate, they get the proceeds, which is something I've never experienced. And as people know, in Brownwood, Texas, we usually travel better than the home team shows up. So that's an opportunity for us a couple of times to get some revenue for the district, just because we're purchasing our tickets ahead of time before we leave town. So we're definitely going to make that available. Talk to Dr. Young. He may have some incentives, hey, you do this, get your cap or something. We're going to figure something out to give people an incentive to want to come get those tickets early, because we get 100% proceeds of those games.
Yeah, sellouts on the road.
That's what I'm talking about. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
That'd be great.
Let's go play for the district championship against Andrews and load the house.
Right. I have to
Take
leave
their
about 9
stadium.
in the morning, but we'll
be
get
all right.
there.
Hey, let's make it a day. Might as well celebrate life.
All right, anything else, Coach?
Did we hit everything? We did pretty
I
good. We're
think
pretty
so.
efficient.
I think it helps when I make notes.
Yeah, it does. That's
Know what to
pretty
talk
good.
about
I didn't
for
know
a
that we
change.
got through everything so fast. But no, that was a good day. I enjoyed that.
All right.
Better thank those that make this show possible, of course. Auto Glass Magic, Werner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investments, Henrik Medical, Howie Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Harlan Funeral Home, Landmark Life, MC Bank, Painter Johnson Associates, Smith & Sharp Agencies, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Teas.
All right. Well, that's been all.
We can't stop. I got to give Willie a shout out
Well, go
because
ahead.
we didn't have anything to wear on Friday nights, football wise, because you can't get anything yet. Adidas, Nike, doesn't matter. And I went to Kim at Willie's and said, "Hey, can you get us this shirt and get it at a price we can afford and get the logo put on it?" And I'll be dang if they didn't help us out. So
There you go.
that's hats off to Willie's and what they're able to do for us. So I appreciate that.
Shop local.
So now Friday night at football games, I will not have to go shirtless.
Well, yeah. If that was the case, I might be going back up in the press box.
You'd
I don't
find
need to be
me-
on the sidelines.
You'd find me a shirt.
Yeah, I'd find you something. I don't know
I'm
what.
with you, Stuck. No one needs to see
Wet
that.
blanket or
That's
something. I don't know. All right, so that's it for today's Coaches Show. We will be back Monday to talk about the scrimmage. So check us out here on KOXE, KOXE.com, and the KOXE Facebook pages.
Have a great day, Brownwood.